Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to finish up flashing between the concrete and the grade board. I'm going to have to save her in a little bit. Cats. Okay. Yesterday, I got the entire woodshop flashed. What I did was move everything away from the wall, clean the area, basically just by vacuuming, and then pumping liquid flashing into the gap. I was just going to stop once the shop area was done. Well, I did. And the thresholds here, that's in a different video, but I put a water seal on the thresholds from this hump back to the grade board there, both sides on both doors. That way water won't be leaking in here. But anyways, I was just going to stop with the shop, but I have 3/4 of a tube left of the liquid flashing, and it's very expensive, and this stuff takes forever to dry. It was 38 degrees last night, and this stuff is still very tacky, and the bigger stuff at the thresholds is damn near wet. I really can't even close those doors. So I can either waste the rest of that tube or just get this done. So I got to move all of this stuff out of the way for like 2 days. I got to move it out of the way and let it sit wherever I move it for a couple days while this stuff dries up. And I have this, almost everything in the shop is right in those two areas, between that post and the door, and the same thing on that side. So what I'm going to do is make a real fast video of this. I'm going to do almost entirely time-lapse, except when I save this cat. Oh, she might save herself right here. Can she do it? I don't think so. She's probably going to whine and make me save her. All right, let's get going on this stuff. I had to show this really quick before I continued. You can see daylight underneath there. This corner isn't filled all that great. We're going to be filling it in a little while. But last winter, right after we got this sealed up, I started doing these rat pockets here, putting the foam in them. And I had to make like tents over these things so that the foam would dry in the winter. I don't want that happening this year. And there's a little gap at the end. I filled those with rat guard. I believe that's what it's called. I'll put it in the description below. But all of that got filled in, and then I foamed these, but on some of them, there was like piles of snow in here. And this winter, if I leave this open, we'll have piles of snow right here. It's surprising how the wind can blow that through a tiny little crack like this, but the cracks at the end of the rat board were actually smaller than this. So we would have just tons of snow in here, and we don't want that at all. All right, let's get sealing on this. And another thing I wanted to mention real quick is I'm going to go around and get these corners of the doors with pest block. I only want to do the bottom little bit with the pest block. The rest will get that minimal expanding stuff. And again, that's because I want to get this done before the weather turns, and I got to go through all kinds of stuff to do this. Let's get it done now. Yeah, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that or not, but can clearly see the gravel down there. All right, let's fill that up. Well, that worked out almost perfect. I got right to the end of the tube as I was doing the very last of it. 100% of the building is now caulked or flashed between the concrete and the grade board. Good, good, good. One last note on this liquid flashing. When I'm smoothing that bead out, I'm not just doing it for looks. I'm pressing it into the concrete, pressing it into the grade board, and all of that excess flashing material, I'm pressing that down into the gap where it's going to do more good. I'm really glad that that's done, but we have a giant mess. This is probably going to take, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 hours to get this back the way it was, but it is what it is. I'm really glad to have everything flashed up now. That'll keep this place dry in the winter, keep the breeze from coming through there, keep the bugs from coming through there, and if we ever have a real bad flash flood, That'll keep water from coming up around the grade board as well. So, besides the obvious of putting all this stuff back where it goes, the next thing I really need to get done is to run the wire from the pedestal over to this box here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to run my conduit up to wherever it needs to go and install the box temporarily to these girts. I'm going to make it so I can slip my wall panel behind it at a later date, but I really got to get this thing wired up permanently and seal that stuff up real soon. There's a whole lot of stuff actually that needs to be done in a short time. The furnace has to be figured out, as does the mini split, and both of those need penetrations through the wall. I got to get those done and get this insulated real quick. And then I have the other mini split that's going to go in the little room over here. That has to be installed really quick. Yeah, I have a ton of videos coming up, so if you want to see those, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.